Hello everybody, today I'm going to be going into how to record Minecraft videos on Minecraft Pocket Edition. Many people don't think it's possible, but it is, and I'll show you just how to do it. First off, this should be pretty obvious, but go and make sure you're screen recording and on Do Not Disturb. I kind of forgot to do that myself. Now, you can have the option to have no game audio or game audio. Just hold on the screen record button and you can do it. Second, I recommend getting a video game controller for your phone. What I mean by that is like a Backbone controller or something. This is not sponsored, by the way. They make playing games on your phone a lot easier, so I just recommend them. I'm actually using one right now to film this video. That's why you don't see any controls on the screen. So anyway, now we're gonna go into settings. So these settings aren't needed, but they are strongly recommended, or at least I would say they're strongly recommended. So let's go through them. We're going to first start off with ones in game. You can choose a creative or survival world or adventure world, but I don't know why you would need that. You can show coordinates if you want to, but you don't really need them in most cases. Most of these settings aren't super necessary. I will say if you have creative mode on or cheats on, kind of the same thing, you do have more options for what you can turn on in settings. So for the sake of this video, I'll do that. You don't really need to show coordinates, but in some cases you kind of do. You can also click on always day depending on your world. I guess you don't really need that, but it could be useful sometimes, so that way your video looks good. Next up, we're going to go to the controller and touch ones. I guess you could do keyboard and mouse, but that's mainly a Java thing, so I don't think you have to worry about that. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure settings do not transfer over to each of these. So for example, if you turn something on touch, it doesn't turn on controller, but I could be wrong. Now, please turn off auto jump. You don't need to, I guess, but it makes playing a lot less annoying because if you have it on, obviously you jump on command, so it's kind of annoying. Here are the actual important settings. Now, like I said, if you're not playing with a video game controller like I am, you don't have to worry about these. So hide controller hints and hide controller cursor. It will make your video way better looking, and I just recommend it. You can also customize these controls to what you like, but I don't really care that much because most of the time they're set up exactly what you need. Now, here's probably the most important one of all of them, the touch. This is what most of you guys will be using, so there's a few things to touch on here. Mainly the controller mode and controller customization. Now, you can do any of these like joystick and aim, like this, where it has the sword and stuff. You could have the D-pad, or you could have the joystick where you tap to mine stuff. I recommend this one because it's the most convenient for me, but it depends on what you like. You can test it out in your own Minecraft Pocket world. Now, here we go. Here's the customized controls. Now, like I said, I know I keep bringing this up, but I have a controller, so I don't have to worry too much about these. What I recommend is set your controller opacities as low as they can be because it looks the best on video. Because if they're just like clear as day, then they block a lot of the viewer's view and they don't really want to watch your video. All you really need for controls is jump and crouch. I have acceleration, but you can use the joystick to do that. I just have it because why not? I also recommend you turn on show camera perspective button because it makes it way easier to change perspectives mid-video. I'll show you right here. For example, you can do this or this or this. There's Minecraft mods where you can show it from the side, but that's only a Java thing, so this is Pocket Edition we're talking about. That's really it for the important settings in touch, and we're going to probably do the last important one, video. This one is specifically set to be settings for when you're filming a video, so they should be the best ones, right? Well, they kind of are, but let's go into them. Now, here's where you can change your perspectives if you don't already have the button. You can hide your hand if you want to. You don't really need to, though. You can have it either way. What this one called hide HUD means, it just means it hides every button on screen except inventory, I'm pretty sure, and I don't know if you can turn it off. I think you just have to get lucky and find the pause button. Buttons still work if you have this on, but they're just hard to find. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get what a lot of these settings mean, but for me, the only important ones were the ones I mentioned. The render clouds one, that one's only really important if you're in the sky. You can turn them off if you're in the sky. You can turn them on if you're not in the sky. Just depends on what you like. Oh, one more important thing, turn off music it's very annoying in the video because sometimes it's hard to mute the music in the video, so it's just like incredibly loud. Turn that off because you could just add your own background music when you're making the video. And I think that's really all I have to cover, so now you can make your own Minecraft Pocket Edition videos. Anyway, if this video helped you in any way, consider subscribing because it really helps me out and all that, and I will see you next video.